What's good, Modern Retro Show fam? Teacher Eddie and
History Son.
History Son here for another live stream Thursday. Today we're doing some Patreon requests. So thank you to all the new Patreons who've joined up, supporting the show, keeping things running here. Man, can't thank you enough. And of course, love to all the Discord family, to all the Modern Retro Show fam, everybody on the live stream right now. That's right, you know I'm a nummy treat. All right, so kicking it off today. Who we kicking off with? We're kicking off with none other than one of our OGs, original gangsters, Vijandra. So Vijandra requested Chenyu. We love Chenyu. 7 personalities. You ready? You ready for some Hua?
Yep.
You ready for some Hua?
Yep.
You sure you're ready for the Hua?
Yep.
Let's do the Hua. So this is from the New Year's Eve Gala 2020.
Hello， 大家新年快乐！接下来这首歌是我写的一首新歌，也是我第一次在电视上首秀，希望大家喜欢。7重人格。夜幕低垂，虫鸣叫，看天空飞过知更鸟，窗边的麻雀为谁在哀悼？
You never know what to expect with the Hua. You think it's going one way, it's gonna go another way.
野山。 接受注定沉沦那些 feel me。
Watching you. Hey, man, get out of here, man. Get out of here, kid. Fake ass magic, man.
Oh, wait,
wants to see that.
He popped it.
Anyway, that was awesome. What'd you think of that one?
I thought that was cool.
We love watching you.
I'm reading the comments right now.
Yeah, Jacob's reading the comments. He's the one responding, not me. In case he says anything that's a little ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yep.
I absolutely loved it. Vajandra, thank you for sharing another great one. We've done a whole bunch of Watch NU reactions. And Watch NU is one of the best, you know, like I said, he's like a 5'2" player, man. He's got that stage presence. He's got that voice. He's got that connection with his audience.
Did you mention he's a 5'2" player yet?
That's the first thing I said, didn't I? I said 5'2" player.
Oh.
Man, you ain't even paying attention. You paying attention to that chat.
Yeah, because he wanted me to.
Okay, you ain't got to yell at me. So with that.
This chat is crazy. It's blowing up.
It's blowing up. All right. Next one we're doing is a request from Nathan Miller. Watsky. Now, Watsky, I don't know. See, last I did Watsky on the channel, but then I got that copyright problem on that copyright side of the game, so I had to take that one down. So I don't know. Hopefully this one makes it through. But we're doing Watsky, Lovely Thing Sweet Part 1. So I know that they wanted me to do like all of them. That was like a 20-minute video. So we'll do Part 1 and then we'll do Part 2 next week. So let's get into it. So this one is called Conversations by Watsky. You ready?
Yep.
Ready for some Watsky?
remember vividly. My tears dropping on the gray carpet on the top steps. Pop's giving me his best guess. Me confessing the burning question, stressing and concerning me and turning me to a wet mess. It's probably nothing, I get it, I'm aware. I know it's probably stupid to be scared, but these days are flying past us and nobody seems to care. It's like we're sprinting towards a brick wall we're pretending isn't there. What happens when we hit it? Do we split into a million bits, or do we come back as a bullfrog and talking ribbits? What is it? What is it? You got the answer, so give it, so give it, so give it. Don't lie. What happens when we die? Dad says, Georgie, I'm just guessing from what I've been told. Probably thinking, how'd I raise this emo fucking 9-year-old? Since I'm sorta really not religious, it's a crapshoot, I'll roll a paradise. Although the thought of paradise is very nice, in my heart I know I don't believe in magic. So I'm thinking maybe death is like eternal TV static, or returning to the state before your birth, absorbed into the earth. The fewer hours left are more they're worth. I admit that it's difficult to think about. I think everybody got a little bit of doubt. You don't get to hide from it even if you shout. Not a soul on the planet gets to wiggle out. And he said that I know that it's tough to take in some, but it's so early. I can see her in a hurry, but don't worry, cause that isn't for a long, long time. That isn't for a long, long time. That isn't for a long, long time. That isn't for a long, 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 long time. Life moves fast. Made the mistake of blinking 20 years past. Now I'm sitting in my living room in Brooklyn with my father. We don't bother doing Christmas in the Bay any longer. It's the first time that we've had this conversation. He says it's tough to take in. I know we're not quite ancient, but we reached the age where we should probably talk arrangements. We could take it several routes. We could sell the house. We can't work forever. Eventually money will run out. That's a spot. Taking a loan would help us cover, which would make it tougher to leave something for you and your brother. Stop. Can't you see? Every meal that you paid for me. All this power to chase a dream. All this privilege not to crave riches, but it's plain to me. The key fact is it's easy to act like cash means jack shit if you never lacked it. And the greatest honor I could have is to make a buck and pass back a fraction of all the happiness you gave to me. And I will never make you live where you don't aim to be. Age is just data. We paint our story A to Z, then dip out R.I.P. rip out. We tear out the pages, tear up the stage, and we take a seat, making a vacancy. Famous or not, we fade from the plot. Every day when a new night falls, I ride him on the sun in this big blue ball. I get a bit further from the kid called Paul, and I get a bit closer to the big brick wall. But since inching up to that fence, I can run my fingers against all the bricks and mortar, and sense that it's not so cold, it's so dense. And although I'm mournful, I've known that I'm not immortal. I'm not banging into stone, but I'm more headed through this portal. We're born or return to home, or all born to be mincemeat. Everything dies except for Papaya King hot dogs on 86th Street. Dad hands me a napkin, tells me it's been the same since the 50s. He didn't always love the city, but damn it, he'll miss me. How can you miss something after you leave? I agree that it's sad, but please don't dwell in it, Dad, because that isn't for a long, long time. That isn't for a long, long time. That isn't for a long, long time. That isn't for a long, 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 long time.
He sounds like a kid.
He sounds like a kid?
Yeah.
I think he sounds awesome. He's got the skills for the music, but also, I mean, at least what I've heard so far, I mean, his songs do have, like deep meaning, they're thought-provoking, and that's what I like in my music. And it is a question, a lot of us struggle with, which is, what happens when you die? What do you think happens when you die?
You turn into an animal.
Oh, so you believe in reincarnation?
No, you turn into whatever animal you want, like a dog or a cat or whatever you want. You just say, I wish I could be a whatever.
That's a fun thought.
Yeah.
You can become any animal you want. So you can become literally your spirit animal.
Yeah.
All right. I think I like your version of things.
What do you?
My honest opinion on it is I try not to think about it, but of course it's always there. But for me, it's, look, everything existed before I was born and I wasn't aware of it. And things will continue to exist after I'm gone, and I will probably be as unaware, of course. But, holding out hope that maybe there is something. But at the end of the day, if there is or isn't, I'm not gonna know either way, right?
What do you guys think?
Oh, that's a deep conversation.
Yeah.
All right, Elena G.
Again?
Elena G.
Wait, are all these by Elena? Oh no, we're doing all Elena songs.
What are you talking about?
This is another thing about Elena.
The last one was from Nathan Miller.
Oh.
And the first one was from Vajandra.
Oh.
This one's from Elena G.
Yeah.
Elena G, one of our old schoolers from way back in the day before we blew up. Elena was with us. So this is an interesting one. So this is my first time this is our first time reacting. So let me just pull up what is the song called. The song is called Michelle Carter by Skinned. And from what I remember that Elena explained to me, Skinned bases their songs on real life, like true crime. Mm-hmm. So they have all types of videos, but they all have a basis in some kind of true crime story.
So they're basically like
So I'm not familiar with the Michelle Carter story, so I don't know what this one's going to be about, which I guess is a good thing. It makes the reaction as fresh as anything. But if Elena G requested it, it's usually good stuff, because Elena G's requests are usually top notch, from NF to Jackson Pierce, all that good stuff. Yep. So let's get into some Skinned. Probably not even jacket appropriate. If anything, just pay attention to the comments, son. Alright, my bad. The song's been playing. I forgot to switch over to it, though. I'm sorry. Man, could have warned me right away.
I did not know. I was looking at the comments.
Okay. Don't At least it was early into the song. It's what happens when you go live. Stuff happens.
You don't have to prove me wrong. I don't think that's what you really want. Do it now, you can think about it. It's time now, you know that. When you get back, you just gotta do it. It's the best time to do it. You keep pushing it another night and say you'll do it, but you never do it right.
Pushing it off, you keep pushing forward.
I pretty much figure out what happened in this case. Yeah. Homegirl wasn't happy with Homeboy and convinced Homeboy to get in that car, turn that on, and suck in them delicious fumes.
Why is everyone in the chat saying beans?
Oh, okay. So this is all based off her text messages to him? Wow. This is creativity, man. This is a niche. This is I love it because this is something absolutely like original, you know? And to take it, you know, and carve yourself out a niche in an industry that has been done to death, that takes a lot of talent right there. But yeah, man. Silver-tongued devil. Tell you, man, that's why you gotta be careful with that, man. See, if she tried that with me, I would have pulled that Beverly Hills Cop on her. I'd be like, I'm not falling for that banana in the tailpipe routine again. You ain't gonna catch me with that, man. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with them silver tongues, man. That goes for men and women, because men can be just as devious as women, and women as devious as men. But that's what I'm saying, man. You gotta love yourself. Be happy with yourself, man. Don't be trying to find love through someone else. Someone who loves you can only amplify your love. That's all they can do, man. But you gotta love yourself first. Don't get a sucker get in the car, man. Turn on, sucking them fumes, man. I don't care how delicious them fumes are, man. I don't care how good them pink walls are, man. You can find other pink walls out there that'll make you feel just as good, man. Get hung up on one person, man.
Why?
Go find them pink walls somewhere else. Love you, now die. Damn, that's cold.
No,
that's cold.
I don't even need
cold-blooded.
I don't even need to look at chat because all they're saying is beans.
Beans. Sometimes you just got beans, son. What can I say?
Oh my gosh.
Sometimes you just got beans.
You're in it too.
I would ask you what you thought about that, but I thought I'm going to skip that with this one. I absolutely loved it. I mean, of course, I didn't know what to expect, you know, being it was my first time. But it exceeded whatever expectations I had, and it's dope, number one, that, as Elena said, that, you know, not only is it based on true crime, and factual events, but also the creativity to also take the song and base it off of actual text messages, kind of like, you know, the Bible rap, you know, how they used actual Bible verses to create the song. So I mean, that's very, you know, it's creative, it's great music. And I think, like Jay said in the chat, I saw Jacob said, you know, the music video is dope as well. I mean, that's a music video. You know, just everything about it, the presentation, the performance. I mean, that's 5 stars, man. That's 10 out of 10. I give that 10 Mitches. That's 10 Mitches right there.
They're all plotting against me.
Nobody's plotting against you.
Everyone's saying is
beans.
Our tactic of
beans.
I can hear you.
What? I didn't say nothing.
You said beans, and look what they say.
What'd they say? See our attack of the strategy. Okay, beans. There you go.
Hey,
all right. Hey, y'all. All right, Elena G hitting another home run. That was a grand salami.
Yep.
All right, so next one we got, have you ever heard of Dashboard Confessional? Me neither. So this one comes from Chad. Chad A, another Patreon Dashboard Confessional.
Your plan is not working anymore.
Oh man, he told you. This song is called Again I Go Unnoticed. I already feel that title right there. I feel unnoticed all the time.
What?
But now I got you, fam. You holding me up. You holding me up.
Hey.
And of course you, my baby.
We found a solution.
Mwah. All right, you ready?
Yep.
I'm not gonna forget this time. Hold on. First, I gotta hit the transition button, right? There you go. Aha! Learn from your mistakes.
I thought you were gonna do the French laugh.
Oh, the French laugh? Learn from your mistakes. And then I twist my mustache.
Oh yeah, I don't know why French people do that.
Man, because French people are dope as all hell. All right, Dashboard Confessional. The best ones are the best ones. That's creative.
So quiet, another wasted night. The television steals the conversation. Exhale, another wasted breath. Again it goes unnoticed. Please tell me you're just feeling tired. 'Cause it's more than that, I fear that I might break. Out of touch, out of time. Send me anything but signals that are mixed. 'Cause I can't read your rolling eyes. Out of touch, are we out of time? Closed lips, another good night kiss is robbed of all its passion. Your grip, another time is slack, it leaves me feeling empty. Please tell me you're just feeling tired. 'Cause if it's more than that, I fear that I might break. Out of touch, out of time. Please send me anything but signals that are mixed. 'Cause I can't stand your rolling eyes. Out of touch, are we out of time? I'll wait until tomorrow. Maybe you'll feel better then. Maybe we'll be better then. So what's another day when I can't bear these nights of thoughts of going on without you? This mood of yours is temporary. It seems worth the wait to see a smile again. Out of the corner of your eye won't be the only way you're looking at me then. So quiet, another wasted night. The television steals the conversation. Exhale, another wasted breath. Again it goes unnoticed.
Hey.
All right.
Hey.
I like that.
Hey. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
What?
Look. You see that guy right there? He's right there on
There's nobody there.
Right, Clancy Brown.
Okay.
That's Mr. Krabs.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, there were no pancakes, and now you didn't. Now it's not working anymore.
Dashboard Confessional. Again, I go unnoticed. Yeah, I definitely felt that. There's another one of them like, man, that relationship didn't work out. I need a song that speaks to me. And that's that song right there. That's definitely something I would have listened to like 20 years ago or so. Not saying I didn't like it. I liked it, but I'm saying that would have been my jam like 20 years ago.
They said it's not gonna. Remember, I don't like French toast that much as pancakes. But there were no pancakes. Now you're tricked.
Oh, now you like pancakes more than French toast?
I liked pancakes more. I thought. Past me, you are a bad person.
Oh my god. You flip-flop so much, man. I can't even keep track of like what you like, what you don't like. You like pickles, you don't like pickles. Then you hate pickles, then you love pickles.
Yeah.
What's your current relationship status with pickles?
I still love him.
You love pickles still? Alright, sweet. Alright, so what do we got next?
Not like him, baby.
You're just gonna do that just to spite me, aren't you?
No.
Now I'm gonna get a jar of pickles. You're gonna be like, man, I don't like them pickles no more. What's wrong with you? You didn't know that?
I don't like pickles anymore. No, I'm just kidding. I love pickles. They're the best. That taste they have.
Tell me about that taste they have.
They have this feeling.
They have that feeling.
And in the.
Tell them what you feel, son. Tell them what you feel.
I'm angry at
Why are you angry?
Becca Hansen.
Speak them words.
Because she said, I don't know if Becca's a she or not. Pickles are gross. No, they're not. They're
Well, that's her right and her opinion.
I know.
You gotta respect that.
I know.
That's a preference, man.
Now they're trying to trick me with pickles. It's not gonna work.
Butternut squash. Anyway, so last request we're doing for today, and we'll continue it next week, is actually a movie scene. So this is going to be Jacob's first time seeing this. So this is a scene that I've seen many, many times. As I said, I grew up on the old black and white classics. So this is the final scene from I think it was 1940. 1940, Charlie Chaplin, The Great Dictator. Which is my favorite Charlie Chaplin movie of all time. We definitely got to watch that one soon together. And the person who requested this wanted me to keep their name anonymous, but asked, if I had any insights on this, and there are a lot of insights on this. So at the time that Chaplin was creating this movie, World War II had not yet broken out. The movie came out in 1940, but he started filming it in early 1939 before official war broke out. But, for those who wanted to hear and wanted to listen to what was happening, people understood already how bad things were in Germany, especially for the Jewish people. And Charlie Chaplin undertook this project because it was very personal for him. And he caught a lot of hatred for this movie.
But then at the end of the war,
well, we didn't get there yet, but the movie industry, all of his, close colleagues, friends, and just general American society really turned on him for this movie because they felt that, he was, creating this misrepresentation of what was happening in the world. And he was even accused of, as if it's a bad thing, being one of those sympathetic Jews, because that was a dirty word back in the day. A lot of the movie moguls who were Jewish at the time hid the fact that they were Jewish because they felt, they would not be accepted within society. Whereas Chaplin, even though he was not Jewish, actually embraced it. And called it, he said famously, that is an honor I do not have, but would gladly accept, as far as being called Jewish. And of course, once, the war broke out and the news started coming out, Chaplin was not only vindicated, but then eventually celebrated for this movie, and it was a monumental achievement and one of the finest movies ever made. I definitely recommend it. It's called The Great Dictator, and it's one of the few times, of course, we get to hear Chaplin speak on film. Chaplin plays dual roles in this. He plays a Jewish barber, and then he also plays, I forget the name of the movie, but, you know, a parody of Hitler, basically. They have a parody also of Mussolini. So when he's playing the tramp, his famous character, he never speaks. That was his one rule, that the tramp would never speak. But in playing the dual role of the Hitler parody, he did speak throughout the movie. And then at the end of the movie, there's kind of a switcheroo, right? Prince and the Pauper type situation, where the Jewish barber assumes the identity of the Hitler parody and delivers this beautiful speech at the end, which Chaplin considered to be one of his greatest, if not his greatest achievement in his entire career.
Is this
So this is the speech at the end of the movie, yeah. So give a listen, because it still holds up today.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world, millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines. You are not cattle. You are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke.
That one always hit me. You don't hate, only the unloved hate. That's all them toxic relationships out there summed up in one sentence. Only the unloved hate.
Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, A world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!
Let me just say something real quick. I use this clip a lot with the younger generation because, again, for many different reasons, people don't appreciate their history or feel that, well, it already happened, so why should I care? And in doing that, you know, not only the old adage of those who don't know their history repeated, but the problem is a lot of people always think that, oh, this is the worst of times. It's never been worse than this. Nobody ever had to deal with what's going on now. And that is so not true. You can take that speech, 1940. Like I said, I believe that's when this movie came out. So that's 80 years ago, over 80 years ago. And if you just replace a certain few words, everything he said applies to right now. You can replace the phrase, the airplane and telephone has brought us closer together, yet has driven us further apart, with the internet. Right? With, voice chatting and everything else, social media and the internet, right? Just replace it and it's the same issue right now. And it's the same issue of control, of hatred, of ignorance. And even though this is one of the most beautiful things ever filmed, one of the most beautiful things ever written, it is unfortunate that it still applies. That's the sad part of this. Is that even 80 years later that it still applies. And that's the worst thing about it. You know what I'm saying? What do you think?
I like that. I love that. We gotta watch it. We gotta watch
it.
Right after this. No.
Well, right after, maybe this weekend.
Yeah, maybe this weekend.
That's right.
You're tired.
I'm a little tired,
I can tell.
You can tell by my tired ass?
Yeah. By how red they are.
Really? My eyes are red?
No.
Oh.
Partial.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay, yeah, because a lot of people don't know where that comes from. That is from the philosopher George Santayana. He said that those who do not know their history are doomed to repeat it. Someone smarter than me. It was George Santayana who said that. And 80 years later, and we still have learned little to nothing from it. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's sad, but you know what? We got to be the change we want to be. And that's why I love our community and everything that we've been building. And just imagine what we've accomplished in just 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, a couple of thousand of us never knew each other, people who are spread all over the globe. And then I started the Discord, and 2 weeks to the day, right? 2 weeks to today, because I announced it on the last Thursday live stream that we did, and it went live the next day, Friday. So I announced it 2 weeks ago, and we have almost 2,000 people from across the globe, from the US, from Canada, from South America, from Germany, from Australia, from Ukraine, every part of the world you can imagine, the Philippines, Southeast Asia, everybody's represented. But the main thing is, and big ups to our admin team, our mod team, we have not really had any hint of negativity, toxicity, drama, because it gets handled right away. But also the majority of the people there, to a T, 99.9% are there because they genuinely want to help people, and also are, for the first times in their lives, asking for help, which is the hardest thing for people to do. So we're creating an absolutely wonderful community that can be a change, at least for some small part of humanity. And that's my goal right now, and that's what's driving me, and that's my passion, is to grow that and to provide people with a safe space to be who they are. Not who they want to be, but who they are. and to feel accepted and to not feel alone in the world and to feel like there's somebody else out there. There's somebody in the world who I will never meet in my life probably and never would have if it was not for the creations that we have come up with. But there are people who live thousands of miles away but are closer than they are to people who live a few feet away from them. I've seen it happen. I've partaken in it, in connecting with people who live an ocean away from me, who most likely I will never meet face to face, but they feel closer to me and I feel closer to them than I feel to my own family. And if we, again, like I said, I may not change the world, but hopefully I will spark the mind that does, just like Tupac Shakur said. And hopefully from this community, it will grow into other things and other people will be inspired to do. And again, we may not be able to change the world, but we can start somewhere. And that's the goal, you know, that I have. And I want to, you know, just say thank you to all of you for, you know, being you at the end of the day. And I want to thank you for, you know, coming on this journey with me and entrusting me. And again, it's return to you, you know, because like I always say, it's not, you know, my server. I mean, my name is on the server, yeah, but because, you know, we all got to come from somewhere. But I don't treat decisions on the server as, you know, it's not a dictatorship. Any decision that comes, it's all majority rules. We listen to everybody. We discuss every single suggestion you guys post in the suggestions, because again, I want to make this a community. Not, you know, something that, you know, is, oh, well, you know, Eddie has to decide. No, we all decide what happens, right? So I love you all. I'll probably be on the Discord a little later. I'll drop in the VC. We'll hang out. We'll chat. But again, guys, if you don't like what's going on around you, be the change that you want. That's my main advice. Be the change that you want. And it all has to start with yourself. So you got to love yourself first. I know a lot of people come on and they want to help other people right away, but allow yourself to be helped and allow yourself to be loved. Because unless you love yourself, how are you going to teach someone else to love themselves? So self-love is very important. I'm not talking about that hand release type wave, and that's important too. But I'm talking about loving yourself and knowing that out there somewhere loves you just as much. And you know what? I love you. I'm going to channel my inner brother love. I love you. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you. We do these live streams every Thursday, unless, you know, just something comes up like last week. But otherwise, we do it every Thursday. Sometimes we do Patreon requests. Sometimes we do Q&As. Sometimes we do what the hell, who knows. But again, I'm usually on the Discord almost every single day because this agoraphobic doesn't get out much. So yeah, definitely join up. But please make sure that you reach out and speak to other members, because I know everybody wants to speak to me, and I apologize. You know, I know there's so many people I haven't gotten back to, but I'm just one person. And again, that's the other goal of the community, is that we learn from each other, right? So anyway, love you guys. See you soon. Thank you for joining us. I've been Eddie.
And I'm Jacob.
We've been Modern Retro Show.
And we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time. Shout outs to the Patreons. And as always, we're shouting out our Patreons who keep the things running here, starting with the Chancellors. Biker Dude, Wouter, Chris, Jumpin' with E, Phoenix, The Principals, James R, Spacey Doodle, Elena G, Ulrike, Nick, Lauren, Clement, Vijandra, Moody Kakati, Alan, Chad, Alex, Baba Mama, Aaron Shepard, Big J, Jobina, Christopher, Dallas Eager, Freeman, Nathan, Rasmus, Viking.